Comics and powered by the Red 5 Network. For more, visit red5.bio.link. Good morning. It is a chilly Thursday morning here. It's November 6th, right? Yes, it is. It's November 6th. Hi, guys. I'm back. Sort of. So I'm sitting in my my old saddle stool from my hair days. My back is kind of starting to wake up today. And my knee is good. It's good. It's just I have to be a little delicate with it, so I won't be able to stand to stream for probably a couple more weeks. They want me to be very careful. So if you don't know, I have a condition that's very similar to osteoimperfecta. My bones are like the size of a 9-year-old child. So I have no excuse for being this fat. I can't say I'm big boned. But my bones are very, very tiny and they're fragile. So right now there's holes in my tibia from where they took the screws and the plate out. So I just have to be very, very careful. And yesterday I had some stuff jabbed into my lower spine, 3 on each side. So fun. So it's a little today, but I'm doing all right. I got my little footstool here. I got my saddle stool. I was able to lower my camera by myself. Go me. But I missed you guys. I was very bored. However, as you can see the dry erase board back here in the distance, I got so much writing on it. Sorry. Bra strap is slipping. I got so much writing done. Like seriously, I like to write note hand at first because it's kind of like sketching, for me. So, I mean, just one day I wrote like 22 pages just on my antagonist and his backstory. So every day I got some work done on it, and I was like, yeah, I'm super in love with the story I'm telling, and that's a really good sign. So I got a lot of writing done, some sleep. I'm not a big daytime sleeper. That sucks. But my boyfriend sure does not have that problem. I'm just going to take a quick nap. Yeah, I'll see you in about 3 to 6 hours. I don't do that. It's been a long time since I napped during the day. Oh, a solid 2 weeks. Mark that down on the calendar. But I missed you guys. I did. It felt like, like, what am I doing? I'm just sitting here in bed with my feet up, And there's nothing to watch on TV anymore. I feel like back in the day when I would convalesce from one of my 1 million orthopedic surgeries I had as a child, there was a lot more to watch. We were not spoiled for choice like we are now when it came to TV stations and cable and stuff. And we sure as shit did not have cable in Shriners Hospital for Children. But I felt like there was a lot more to watch on TV. Like I was less bored with television in the 80s and 90s than I am today. I'm like, I've got like virtually every streaming service at my disposal at the moment, and there's just like nothing on here. So it's probably a good thing because I would just turn the TV off, turn on some creepy ambient music, and just like, let's write about some ancient Greek vampires, shall we? And I know I drove my family crazy with it. Like, hi, hello. Has anyone told you the good news about ancient Greek vampires 5 times today? Oh, they have? Well, good, because we're going for 6. Maybe 7, depending on, I don't care how it's received. You're just going to listen. How about that? So, anywho, I missed you, though. Yeah. And if you hear dogs whining, it is Special Sauce. That's my new nickname for her, Amelia's puppy, who is special needs. She is a mentally challenged pup who peed on me last night. And I don't mean like I was standing somewhere because I couldn't really stand last night. I mean, I was laying in the bed because that's all I could do. Into my lower spine, not into my back. I mean, into the spine, and had like electrodes jabbed in there. I'm laying on the bed, and the next thing I know, this dog jumps up on the bed and pees on me and the bed. If I could have hurled her into the next dimension, bet your ass I would have. But instead, I just called my very disappointed, very upset 17-year-old daughter and said, you need to come home and get your pup. Okay. Not in the condition to take care of a special needs dog right now. I'm very sorry that you feel it is unfair that you are missing out on this dinner with your teenage friends, but I also feel it's unfair that your disabled mother, who's had 2 surgeries in a span of 5 days, just got urinated on by a dog in her own bed. So maybe we should save all that energy for coming home and taking care of your dog. Okay, let's yell good morning to everyone, because I feel like I've really missed that over the last week. And do you like my new jacket? Sorry, I'm so ADHD right now. I have missed you guys so much. I've missed talking to human beings because nobody was home. Like, everyone just kind of left me for the most part during the day. Like, oh, mom had surgery yesterday. Okay, well, you're good. You're in the bed, right? Okay, later. First of all, for the first, I mean, technically still, I'm not supposed to be really moved around that much. Like, mom has no legs now. Let's just leave her. But anyway. See, I've had like no one to talk to. It's so loud. Oh my God. Okay, so before we do our good mornings though, again, do you like my new jacket? I love it. I haven't bought myself clothes in 3 years because I am so poor right now. I am so broke. I can't even pay attention, clearly. Oh my God. This is what happens. This is what happens when I have surgery and I have to like not stream for a week. So do me a favor, before we yell good morning, make sure you have the like button smashed. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you are new, and ring the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more of whatever the fuck this is. Whatever it is, nerdy nonsense, rambling, ADHD on full display. Just make sure you get notified if that's what you're into. Buenos dias, Fernando, and thank you. Everything did go well. It was, you know what? I honestly believe that the back was so much more painful. So painful, but thank you. Everything went really super well. Everything did. Oh, and I forgot. I'm supposed to do members first. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to do members first. I forgot because I've been gone for a week. Good morning, Lieutenant Penny. Hooked on missions. Does it work for you? Hi, lady. Hi. Good morning, Lieutenant Deranged Lunatic. Thank you. I missed you too. Good morning, Ensign Loki. Welcome back. And I've got the jean jacket on too, so it works. It really, really works. Okay. And back to the others. Good morning, Maria. Oh, give me all the warm fuzzies. Missed you too. Good morning, Omari. Good morning, Grape 60. Who else we got? Let's make you popular. Popular. Good morning, Fernando. How was my Halloween? It sucked. It sucked because I'd had the surgery the day before, so I was laying in bed. Nah, I was laying in bed. Pretty much the entire day. And if I wanted to use the restroom, I had to use the wheelchair. Not fun for me. Not fun. I'm trying to see. It's chilly, Fernando. I wouldn't say it's like cold. It's chilly in my house, but I think it's nice outside. I think it's like, it's 58 degrees. It's like, so almost 60 degrees where we are. So it's not too bad. It's not too shabby, but it's light jacket season, which is my favorite because I can cover things. I'm kind of going with the Canadian tuxedo today, and I'm good with it. Like, I love a good Canadian tuxedo. But there's actually a dress that goes with this jacket. I'm waiting for it to come in the mail. Like, seriously, I haven't bought myself clothes in like 3 years, but apparently it's put us in a serious bind. I spent $45 on a jacket and a dress for myself, and apparently it's a problem. Great. Mom guilt. I love feeling that all the time. DL, I would have my windows open, but every time I do, oh my God. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. If you are not in Missouri, then allow me to tell you about the terror and the more than mild annoyance that is the Japanese/Asian beetle invasion. Every spring, every fall, Asian beetles, Japanese beetles. They look like ladybugs, but they are not ladybugs. And somehow, no matter what you do, these little bastards get into your house and they congregate in corners. Okay. The tops and corners of your rooms. And you'll go into a room and you're like, here's something. And you look up and there's like 100 Japanese beetles in the corner of your kitchen or your bedroom. Like, I'm healing from surgery, laying in bed, like desperately wishing that I could pass out and sleep. Like, I feel tired, but I can't sleep because it's just who I am as a person. And this stupid Japanese beetle lands on my forehead. I'm like, and Dave has one of those big salt guns that he uses to kill flies and mosquitoes and stuff. These little Japanese beetles are so armored. You can't kill them with this freaking salt gun. We basically go around with the vacuum hose and just, they're horrible. They're horrible. And they will, like, I bring my herb garden in October, late September, early October every year. So my herb garden is in the kitchen now. And now I'm like stressed out that these Japanese beetles are going to decimate my herb garden because they will. They will. I can't even grow broccoli anymore. I have tried to grow broccoli for 5 years. And the Japanese beetle invasion has decimated my broccoli crop every single year. So I've just given up. I've given up. I tried growing them inside in grow tents and they got in there. It's math that one out for me. I don't get it. I don't know where they came up, but they're an invasive species. And Missourians have complained for years about this. I don't know where they've come from. Probably Japan, given the name. But they have just absolutely decimated everything. We hate them so much. How are they getting in the house? We don't know. We don't know. But they get in the house. Good morning, Jesus' goat. Good morning. Pardon me. Oh, it sounds like my boyfriend is home. And I wonder if he's checked his phone. Probably not. Just a guess. All right, guys, we got a few things to dive into because I have been gone for a solid week. So let's try to dig in to a few things. All right, so huge shock. Who else is absolutely just, here we go. Who else is just absolutely like, oh my God, I can't believe it. That Witcher season 4, starring Liam Hemsworth, viewership has dropped more than 50%. More than 50%. Like, I think the day it premiered, the numbers were like 500,000. Like 500,000 households watched on the day it premiered. That's not good, Lauren Hisrich. Lauren Hisrich, who then goes on to victim blame some more, blames the fans and says, well, you know, you still have the books, you still have the games. It's not like we're taking that away from you. Everyone has their version of it. I mean, true, Lauren. However, no one wanted to see your version. No one said, I really like the version. The words are hard. Okay. That's not what they said. No one was sitting around thinking, I really like The Witcher. But you know what I'd really like to see? A completely new wussy version of it. That's what I'd like to see. A completely new version of it that the author of the books and the Polish people and most fans would absolutely hate. That's what I would love to see. The complete antithesis to everything that The Witcher was about. That's what I would like to see. Not one person was saying that, Lauren Hisrich. Not one. Not one. And hold on. Good morning, Lieutenant Backyard TARDIS. Ensign Loki says, click that and scroll down. Okay. If my internet by the way, I got a new Ethernet cord. The drop is even steeper next to season 2's numbers. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Who could possibly have seen this coming? There you go, Loki. So I tried watching the first episode and I couldn't get through it. I could not get through it. And I was on my post-op bed and had nothing else to do and nothing else to watch. There's a whole ass season of The Witcher just sitting there. And I'm like, you know what? I'd rather stare at the wall. that was me on the 30th after surgery and Halloween and every day since then. I'd rather stare at the wall. Like, I could not get through the first episode. So, I have to finish talking to my source, but I have a whole episode, a whole live stream planned around the information I've been given. And I have some of it, but because I was all like in a drug haze for the last week, a pain and drug haze for the last week, I don't have it all organized and stuff out for you, but I do have eyewitness accounts of full on abuse and sexual harassment, hostile working environment, all perpetrated by the showrunner of The Witcher, Lauren Hisrich. Eyewitness accounts. People who worked on the show. And I don't mean extras. I do not mean craft services. I do not mean day checkers, day checkers are makeup artists who kind of walk around on set and on location with fanny packs and stuff, and they kind of go in and just do touch-ups. make sure everyone's still looking good. You know, keep them powdered and keep them from looking too shiny, or keep them looking shiny if that's what's required. Pardon me. Anywho, but she was extremely abusive. She and her assistant, or a assistant. Like I said, I don't have this all organized, but I do have all the information. Very abusive to Henry Cavill. Extremely abusive. And to anyone who saw things the way that he did. In fact, her nickname on set or on production was the feminazi. And these are Hollywood people, like the most woke industry out there. They called her the feminazi. Like, she's awful. She's awful to work for. She should be prosecuted. The things that she has said and done. She should be prosecuted. She should be sued. She should not be a leader of people. And I hate that, because we're living in a time right now where, you know, they are putting women in these positions strictly for the sake of it. And I'm the type of person where I do feel that women are just as capable as men. How do I know that? Because I raised 4 kids alone for the majority of my existence. And I did not have a capable man around to fix stuff or build stuff or whatever. I did it. I always, in fact, I'm to this day, I'm the electrician in the house. My dad was an electrician. That's the only reason why that is. I'm not saying it's like She-Ra, but I'm saying that it's not true for all women, just like it's not true for all men. But it's like this pendulum that just swings, and it swings really, really hard this direction, and it swings really, really hard that direction. And so what happened was, they're like, oh, we need to give women their day. So it swings really, 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 really hard. And they're like, well, just shove a woman in that position. We don't care if she's capable. We don't care if she has the right credentials, if she's got the experience, just shove her in that position. And they did that so much that now you have actual, even women saying, this is why women shouldn't be in positions of leadership. First of all, I'm going to counter that and say, so what you're telling me, that being a mom, being a homemaker, being a housewife, running a household, that's not a leadership position. You're a dumb bitch and you should just be quiet. Like, stop talking. Like, you're an idiot. Stop saying those things. Okay? Being a mom, being a homemaker, running a household is most definitely a leadership position. And saying stupid shit like that is why so many groups of people just run with the idea that don't let them squish you into this housewife position. You shouldn't be forced into that's abusive. No, I think women should be in whatever position they feel most comfortable in. If you want to be a leader in a business or whatever, if that's what you feel comfortable in and you're capable and whatever, girl, go. I don't care. Go live your life, whatever makes you happy. You want to be a stay-at-home mom? Go for it. Very fulfilling, super hard. Go for it. You should not allow any outsider, any outside influence tell you how to live your life and what is best for you. They don't know. They do not know. But now what I'm driving at is that women are getting a huge backlash because they have put so many incapable, inexperienced, not qualified for the job women in positions just for the sake of doing it. It's like they want us to look bad. They want people to point at us and say, shush les femmes. Shush les femmes. You know, it's the woman's fault. So now that's what's happening. We're going back to shush les femmes. It's all women's fault. And boy, does that piss me off. To no end, to no end. I genuinely could care less. Honestly, hold on. There's like a hair stuck in my lashes somewhere, and I'm not going to be able to function as a human being if I don't figure out where it is and get it out of the way. So, it's funny when you tell people you should text so and so because I'm getting ready to try and go live, and they're like, okay, and then 3 texts later. Um, honestly, all I care about as a woman creative, okay, as a as a woman that's been a single mom, as a woman that's a published author, as a woman creative artist, professional makeup artist, as a woman that's owned a business, ran a business by myself. I've done all the things. I'm also currently, technically, I mean, I'm not married, but I fulfill the position of housewife and homemaker, stay-at-home mom. I checked every single box in the woman archetype. I've been all the things. And so as someone who has checked all of those boxes, either all at once or at one point or another, I don't give 2 shits if they hire a man or a woman to show run. I don't care. I don't care what is between their legs when they make a hiring decision. I don't care the color of the skin. I don't care who they are banging. I don't care who they worship. I don't care who they are. Okay. The only thing I care about is if they are the best person for the job. If the best person for the job happens to be a woman, then good for her. That's fantastic. Good for her. Good for us. That's absolutely wonderful. If it happens to be a man, awesome. I can't wait to see it. I bet it's going to be awesome. I'm also of the thought that if you're going to show run a series about people of color, you should probably have a showrunner that's of color. If you're going to show run a series that's about white male, super masculine action, bang, bang, beat 'em up, probably should be a white dude who's super into that sort of thing. And if it's going to be a series about ladies and girl stuff and shoes and pumpkin spice, then find you the most basic chick you can possibly find and put her in that position. Okay? I'm just saying, like, let's find the best person for that job. Let's think this through. In this case, this is another one of those cases where they were like, we have to look good to everyone. So I don't care if they're the best person for the job. We're more worried about how we look. So go get Lauren Hisrich and put her in this position. And look what has happened. Look what has happened. They've dropped over 50% since season 3, which season 3 took a nosedive. Okay. Season 3 took a nosedive in writing and quality after, I do know that Bo left a couple of times. And it was Henry Cavill who was like, I need this dude to come back. Okay. Because he's like the only one who gets it. Okay. And Bo's gay. Bo's like the most gay you could possibly get. This man is trying to get me to watch Bridgerton. That's how gay he is. How dare he, right? Okay. And yet, after he leaves, the writing takes a serious, severe nosedive. There was like no writers left to pull the reins and like, now, no, stop. Let's stop with this. But even since season 2, we're talking probably close to 70% drop since season 2. And instead of learning a lesson from this, Lauren Hisrich does what she seems to do best: abuse people. abuse people. It's your fault. It's your fault. You still have your version. Everyone can have their version. Nobody wanted your version, Lauren. No one. Do you know what we wanted? We wanted the version that we like. That's what we want. When you read a book, read a comic book, you open it up and you're like, oh my God, you know, it would be great if I saw this in live action. That would be amazing. That would be great. And then she's like, no, you already have that in the book. I'm not even going to ask because clearly you are stupid. And I don't even think it's stupidity. I think it's just cruelty. It's arrogance and it's cruelty. She's an arrogant, cruel, hateful bitch. And according to everyone she has worked with, she's a feminazi, which is so weird to me. It's so weird. I mean, haven't women been through enough? Like, haven't we been through enough since the beginning of time? And things have gotten pretty good, you know? And yet we're to a point where still you put us in a big group, there's still going to be a massive competition because we're more likely to eat our own than to lift each other up. And I have to say that Lauren Hisrich is the absolute poster child for that. So way to go, Lauren Hisrich. You have killed an IP that is beloved by not just an entire country of people. Like this, The Witcher is like the Wizard of Oz for the Polish people. And you've just like smeared poop all over it. Like just awful. Awful, awful, awful. Okay, well, you guys don't seem to have a lot to say about that. But if you do, if you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about The Witcher losing virtually its entire main audience, all of its fan base, if you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts, leave it in the chat below. We're going to move on to another topic. Omari, maybe no one here is watching The Witcher either. Yeah, no one is. No one is. But those are my feelings on Lauren Hisrich and what has happened with Hollywood and women creatives. I think they have done all of this on purpose just so they have someone to blame. I think they legit want, I think it's all a very sexist thing. I think they've done what they can to put the shitty women in the spotlight. They're like, get the shittiest, crappiest, worst woman you can possibly find and put her in charge of this awesome thing. That way, they'll stop demanding that we put women in positions of power. How about that? That's what I think. I have loved Welcome to Derry. I've absolutely loved it. Andy Muschietti, stay in horror. Horror is your jam. It's absolutely where you belong. He did have some fun Easter eggs. You know, he had his Silver Age Batman and the Flash in there in the comic books. I'm telling you, if you were going to scare the shit out of a 1950s Jewish child, that is absolutely the way to do it. It's been amazing, and I have been waiting with bated breath for episode 3. So love Welcome to Derry. Love, love, love it. Backyard TARDIS. If you're going to do it different from the books, at least make it decent. Foundation at least does it so that I can tolerate hate watching it. I love Foundation. I do. And I feel like sometimes it's so smart that I can't quite understand what's going on, but I still like it. So Deranged Lunatic. That first episode of Welcome to Derry had a brutal ending, dude. And then the second episode with the pickles, with her dad and the pickles, it made me think of, oh my God, why can't I say his name? He's had so much plastic surgery, the comedian, and the pickles, and the pickles. Because of the D, what's his name? Perimenopause. I'm so old. Fog. He got married to a super, super young girl. Like, he's had so much plastic surgery. But he had a stand up, and it was about a guy going through the drive-thru. He's like, and the pickles. And the pickles. Backyard TARDIS. I just hate how they changed the characters from the books in Foundation. I am not talking about Carrot Top, but fair enough. I haven't actually read those books by Isaac Asimov, but I do love Isaac Asimov and his hope for the future of humanity with technology. Yes. I'm talking about begins with a D. He did a lot of movies. Not Dax Shepard. Is it Dale? His name is not Dale. This is going to drive me effing crazy. Like, he got married not too long ago to a girl that was like 20. Like, super young. I think he was Good Luck Chuck. He was Good Luck Chuck. Does that help anyone? Oh, that's funny. She was in a real pickle. Facts. She was. She really was. So, anyway, we should probably move on. It's going to drive me crazy. Who was Good Luck Chuck? Someone tell me who Good Luck Chuck was. I just stabbed myself in the face. It's fine. It's fine. Funny story. When I went in for my back procedure yesterday, one of the nurses like, oh my God, are you feeling okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Why? And she goes, well, you just look so oh, you're not wearing any makeup. Thanks. Guaranteed I won't be doing that ever again. Won't be going out in public without makeup again. Thanks, nurse. Well, I just wanted to make sure you weren't sick because then we couldn't do the procedure. I'm like, Maybe take my temperature first. Rude. All right. So it's been confirmed that Lanterns will in fact be coming out. And this is the shareholders document that Lanterns will be coming out early next year, not after Supergirl. Dane Cook, that's his name. Yes, Dane Cook. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. God bless you both. Dane Cook. Yes, Dane Cook. And the pickles. And the pickles. Yes. So in the shareholders agreement, we find out that WBTV remains one of the most prolific suppliers of episodic television in the industry, with over 70 active series being delivered across 20 platforms. We believe its leadership in volume is matched by its leadership in quality, as evidenced by its 14 recent Emmy wins. The Pit, blah, 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 The Penguin, etc. So then it goes down talking about subscriber growth has been good. We're very proud of this. And that Lanterns will continue to come out in, I think, March is what they're planning. I'm going to actually, have I saved this yet? No. I'm going to download it now. I thought I had. So that's really good news. I'm happy to hear that. Very, 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 very happy to hear that. All right. We're also going to hear that by Christmas, we will hear the fate of Warner Brothers Discovery and therefore the fate of the DCU. Now, there's been a lot of talk that I am a crazy person. Seems like a lot of people have dated me. But it's still very, a lot of people in the industry behind the scenes are like, it doesn't look like his contract, Gunn and Safran's Safran possibly, but there's been zero zilch talk about Gunn's contract being renewed. That is not me being an asshole. That is not me saying, I hate you, James Gunn. I want you to go away and die. That's not me saying that. I've always been a big fan of James Gunn's film work. You guys know this. Have I been very disappointed by Peacemaker Season 2? Hell yes! Unbelievably disappointed. I mean, just because I'm a fan of most of the guy's work doesn't mean I'm not going to be honest about my feelings. Doesn't mean I can't be objective entirely. I mean, seriously. And just because he shit the bed on this one project and he super sucks at marketing and running his mouth online doesn't mean I have a super huge opinion about if he should be running a company or not. I don't think he should be doing the CEO job plus the filmmaking job at the same time. That is absolutely proven to be just too much for him. Like that's too much. And John Campea pretty much called that a couple of years ago. Any water. But I try very hard not to give my emotional feeling about that stuff. And a lot of that is because I am a woman and I catch a lot of shit about that being in the community that I've chosen to be in on YouTube. Thank you, Grace Randolph, for being such a screeching harpy and giving us all such a bad fucking name. Oh my God. Do we need to talk about her Predators tweets? I just have a girlfriend, that's all. Shut up. It's a robot. It's a robot backpack. Oh my God. Anyway, so I have to be very careful about how I present my information. I agree that it's not as good as season 1. And I've said this multiple times. It just feels disconnected. Every episode feels like virtually like standalone episodes. It didn't feel connected at all. And they didn't really get to the legit plot or antagonist till the very, very end. And it just seemed pointless. And he hyped it up so much with, oh, there's these cameos, all these cameos. It's just going to blow your mind. And it was 5 seconds of Lex Luthor talking about butt love, prison butt love. Just James, for reals. Hey, Grace Randolph never met an ass she didn't like to kiss. Apparently it was the Mario movie. that was the one. Anywho, but what I have been told, it's not like I'm I promise you, I'm not making this up. I'm not making up what other people tell me. And the people that tell me this stuff, my sources, which I will protect until they give me the go ahead and say, yeah, go for it. Use my name. Okay. I believe in that. I believe in my First Amendment right, my journalistic right, and theirs. But anywho, I only know what I am passed on by my industry insiders. And I'm not talking to janitors and stuff like that. If I were, I'd be a lot more skeptical. But I'm not as skeptical. Now the word just has lost all meaning and sound to me. Anyway, I'm just not as, because I'm considering the source. And the source is a lot more trustworthy than some rando or a janitor or something like that. And what I have been told is that the word on the street is his contract is not getting renewed. They lost 40 million with Superman. They lost money with Peacemaker, and it's just not looking good. And then you get these things that come out saying Ellison wants to keep James Gunn. That didn't come from Ellison or his camp. It is suspected that that was leaked from James Gunn's camp, trying to force Ellison's hand if they actually do buy Warner Brothers, which I believe that they are, because they're continuing to liquidate. Paramount's round of roughly 1,000 layoffs on October 29th hit women in high-profile roles hard. Remember what I was saying? It's like they were doing this on purpose so they could chercher la femme. That's what it feels like. Paramount's 1,000 layoffs hit women in high-profile roles the highest. Among the 14 reported TV executives who received a pink slip spanning CBS, BET, and MTV, 11 of them were women. A source close to Paramount says the October layoffs were not motivated by MAGA politics or gender. Well, maybe if you a-holes hadn't hired a bunch of people just to check a box and actually hired people that were good at their job, hired people that were qualified for the position, you wouldn't have to go through this. You just hired a bunch of women because you wanted to look good. You were worried about optics rather than your bottom line. This is what I'm saying. Well, this is Paramount. This is Paramount, not Warner Brothers. So you've got two things going on here. One, they've hired a bunch of women who probably were not the best person for the job. And that is unfortunate. That is absolutely unfortunate for my sex. And women like me who do enjoy the creative process. And two, now they're losing their jobs. And the cycle is going to start all over again. It's going to turn into, oh, see, you hate women now. No, they hated women to begin with, because if they actually loved women, they would have hired the right women for the job. And then those women would have kept their jobs. Nah? See what I'm talking about? Good morning, films and fiction. Yes, Kurtzman still has his job, and we need to get to that too. Oh my God, I'm just yapping today. I hate that word. I saw you in the Film Threat chat the other day. By the way, I might be joining Film Threat on a panel in the future at some point. So that reminds me. Loki, the big picture is that the Ellisons are money men, not fans. Not real different from Zaslav. And you are right. Ellison has flat out said, we need more content, not less. And that could be a very, very scary, scary idea. That could be scary. Very, very scary. Because the problem is not the quantity. As we were just talking about earlier, the problem is not the quantity. It's the quality, eh? It's the quality. So there you have that. Speaking of Kurtzman and Paramount. So Star Trek 4 that they've been kicking around for years, Star Trek 4 with Zoe Saldana, Christopher Pine, Carl Urban, all of them. No longer happening. It's dead. The KELVIN verse is officially dead. It's moving on from Zachary Quinto, Chris Pine, and Zoe Saldana. Well, it's only been like 15 years. It was time. I mean, I like the Chris Pine movies, and it's not just because my friend worked on them, but no, I liked him. I liked him well enough, like the next fat kid, but it's a different Star Trek. It's not real Star Trek. It feels like it's an adaptation of Star Trek. So and because of this, because of the Kurtzman KELVIN verse, we got STD, Star Trek Discovery. So I'm okay. I guess I'm okay with them moving on from these movies because that means hopefully we're not going to get more STD Section 31 or this, oh my goodness, this Star Trek Starfleet Academy, which looks just absolutely horrendous. I'm hoping that's a one and done too. Because I don't think we can. I'm afraid it will absolutely kill Star Trek. I'm afraid it will kill Star Trek forever. And that will just rip the soul out of me. Absolutely. Omari, the longer Paramount waited, the more expensive the cast was going to get. Losing Anton Yelchin didn't help. I agree with you. But yeah, that sucks. They're moving away from them. Those were good Star Trek movies. They were good movies. They were. But like I said, like Omari said, they waited too long. The cast got bigger. I mean, look at Zoe Saldana. She is in every major, like, biggest grossing franchise there is. Okay. So she's probably most definitely the most expensive. And on top of that, the things that came from those movies have not been good for the franchise at all. So yeah, we got STDs from it. No, it's not. And that's the thing. Star Trek is like Star Wars. It should never be rebooted. They should have never, ever rebooted the original cast. They should have never done that. They should have. That's the thing that made Star Trek so good in comparison to other things, was that they just told new stories. It's so expansive yet wide open that there's so much you can tell, so much you can create. So it's just kind of silly to retell a story when there's so much right there. Kind of like how I feel with the Harry Potter thing. Like, why on God's green earth, why are we retelling the story of Harry and his friends when we've never, ever told any story about Ilvermorny, the American School of Magic. There is a story about it, and it's very, very interesting. It's very interesting. And people always ask, well, is there an American School of Magic? Why, yes, there is. It's in New England, Ilvermorny, and it's fascinating. I'm so glad you've asked. Why would you not do that? That would sell. That would do amazing. Hire me, Warner Brothers. I'm available. But I also don't like being told what to do. I'm a natural rebel. So I'm going to need all of the flexibility. I know you heard right now, what you just heard was a lot of flexibility. But what I said was, I need all of the flexibility because my creative process is a fickle little bitch. And I almost went full Uncle Baby Billy. What I need is an 8-ball and $2 million. Omari. Zoe Saldana was also in Amelia Perez. Her stock should drop because of that. Facts. So, there you have it. No more KELVIN verse. Chris Pine is a looker, isn't he? All right. There was, okay. So here's the other thing. Oh, also, really fast. Oh, Fernando, I want to save that for tomorrow. Mañana. Let's talk about that mañana. So Johnny Depp. So you know how I'm always like scratching my ear? And I'm like, oh my God, the earbuds, they're bothering me so bad. They suck so bad. Well, I've discovered it's because I'm perimenopausal. And apparently your ears just go insane. God has the weirdest sense of humor. Like, seriously. And why? Like, I've already destroyed my body and I have to have organs removed from doing my job and reproducing and stuff. And I'm thanked by my hormones in my body going absolutely insane and trying to murder me and making me miserable. So but I'm really good at makeup, so I look all right. Anyway, Sir Patrick Stewart. Speaking of Star Trek, our Jean-Luc Picard, Monsieur Jean-Luc Picard, Capitaine Jean-Luc Picard, and Professor Charles Xavier. After he does Doomsday and Secret Wars, he's retiring from acting permanently. I don't blame him. The dude is almost 100 years old. Normalize letting the elderly retire. Okay? I think about this a lot. Maybe because I was forced to retire at the tender age of like 42. Or is it 43? I don't know. Very young. Anyway. But now I can basically do what I want. I mean, except for I've created a schedule for myself with you guys. And retirement is actually very, 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 very hard. Especially for someone who has a very strong work ethic and worked very hard for very long. You go through these very weird emotions of like, you feel useless, feel like you have to be doing something. It's weird. And you go through these really weird moods. You make people miserable. There's a depression. It's very, very difficult. Retirement is hard, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. Like if you have a good savings and you can like travel and stuff like that, dope. Like Patrick Stewart, is loaded. So I don't think that's going to be an issue for him. But I was thinking about it, like a lot of people, they, especially in the United States, they don't get to retire until 60s and 70s. And like that really sucks because I'm 45 and I mean, I am disabled and have conditions that cause these problems, but especially women, our bones get weaker and we lose a lot of muscle tone and stuff. So your joints hurt, you know, you get older, you wait to retire until like 70 years old, and there's not much you want to do. You know, like you reach this point in your life where you've got money and you've got time, but all you want to fucking do is just sit in your recliner and just sit because you're tired and you're sore and everything irritates you and nothing is enjoyable anymore. So, like, what the crap? Why are we forcing people, Joe Biden, to work until they're a million years old and they don't get to enjoy that retirement? Those are supposed to be your golden years. You're supposed to be enjoying that. That's what you're working so hard for. You're not supposed to be working your ass off just to exist. You're supposed to be working your ass off so that one day you don't have to and you can just exist. You can do whatever you want. You can enjoy this beautiful globe that the Lord put out here for us. And people get so entitled when it comes to actors, more so than any other profession there is. And I honestly do feel bad for them because people feel so entitled about keeping these actors acting, playing Professor Charles Xavier and Magneto forever and ever and ever till you're 90. It's not right. That's selfish. That's so selfish. Let the man retire and we should be so happy for him. We should celebrate that he's finally retiring. In fact, we should be like, Sir Patrick Stewart, why didn't you retire like 20, 30 years ago? You should be out there living your best life, adopting all the dogs and just doing whatever it is that you want to do with your time, drinking the tea and buying a winery and having fun with your wife, just doing whatever. And we will get over it, okay? Because we are fickle creatures. We are crows. We will see another shiny thing and get distracted by it in 5 freaking seconds. So normalize allowing actors to retire whenever they want to and being totally fine with them being recast. Okay? I'm telling you now, I'm your pop culture mom right now. I'm your pop culture mom. And your mom is telling you, knock it off, leave them alone, let them retire, and you be cool, okay? You be cool with them being recast, okay? They are human beings. They are people. They are fully fleshed out, 3-dimensional creatures with joint pain, okay? Gah. Gah. By the way, good morning, Selmar. I am managing. I'm getting a little flushed. I'm managing. Somar, he should do one more thing. Sit and tell about all there was back in the 30s and 40s on what were his hobbies like, cheapest popular food. Dude, I don't think he's quite that old, baby. I don't know. I think he was a teenager in the 50s. Directionally take Patrick Stewart. You've retired now. What are you going to do? I'm going to go to Disneyland. Don't you fucking dare, dude. Don't you dare. Is sudden onslaught of Minnesota accent a symptom of ear pain caused by earbuds? That's my Midwestern mom. That's my Midwestern mom voice. I'm very good at it. And I've got like a cuticle kind of hanging. I just want that's better. But yes, it is. It is. Okay, so Kelvin is out. KELVIN VERSE is out. Sir Patrick Stewart is out. Johnny Depp back.
Christmas Carol is, in terms of film, cinema altogether, is one of my favorite films of all time. His performance is like, I mean, it's perfection. Alistair Sims. So, and a lot of people have sort of gone into that world of Dickens, but
Oh, he's just
I'm really sort of interested in finding a different
is that
angle on
Alfie
Scrooge.
Allen? Did Theon Greyjoy just
Yeah, a different angle on Scrooge.
I'm so excited for everything you do, and we're really hoping for another Pirates film, just so you know.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Well, that'd be fun.
He's probably gonna come back. He's already said, just pay me. Just pay me. See, here's the thing, Amari. I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters if we need one or not. They're going to do it because they think that's how they can get us back. Oh, look, nostalgia. Come over here, kitties. Come over here. Wait, I might have like a little baggie here. Come over here, kitties. My moisturizer came in this one. Let's see. I can put something in it, I'm sure. I'll put like here. Come over here, kitties. I've got some sweet nostalgia for you. Come on. Come on. You know you want the nostalgia. Come get it. There you go. They're making another Gremlins movie. Yep, Gremlins 3. And on to our final topic. Where is she at? Oh, I don't think I should have bit that off. Now it stinks. Oh, I got to scroll back down this way. Oh, I'm almost out of water, guys. Because we're crows. We're crows. I got a 3-eyed raven right there, actually. But in the bomb that blew up the internet the other day, Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weiss. Is that how you spell her name? Is that how you actually spell her name? Did I mess that up? Will return for a new The Mummy movie, according to The Hollywood Reporter. Matt Bettinelli, Alpine, and Tyler Gillette of Scream 5 are set to direct. And they're also claiming that, and this is coming from the Beyond Reporter, so grain of salt. They're saying it'll be a continuation of The Mummy 2, and we're just going to forget that The Mummy 3 happens. The Dragon King. We're just going to forget that happened. We're going to move straight on to a new Mummy 3. Gen X is losing their minds, except for my sister-in-law over at my so-called Gen X life. She's like, I really thought she would be all for it. I really did. Said even your you wish was your husband, the critical drinker, like he's all for it. She's like, well, he's allowed to be wrong once. This is his one. About inked out my earring. Anywho, I think it's a win. I think I called this a few years ago when Brendan did The Whale. Brendan's had a really rough go of it, and he is such a solid, grounded, normal dude. He had a really, really tough go of it. He was so beloved by my generation of women, like you have no idea. He was on everyone's freaking wall. Beautiful man. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful man. Gorgeous. Anyway, Gen X is like, yes, please, thank you. My little sister is losing her mind. She's like, are we getting back Oded Fair? Like every woman is all over Oded Fair. Don't finish that sentence, Danielle. Anyway, let's get Oded Fair back. Who was the guy who played the mummy? Because my sister is 10 years younger than me. And so when these movies came out, she's substantially younger than me. She thought it was Billy Zane. She was in love with that dude. I'm like, it's not Billy Zane. She's like, yes, it is. So now we just call him not Billy Zane. So, Encino Man. He is an amazing actor. He's incredible. Anyway, what I was saying, when he did The Whale, I did this little short of myself as like a statue because I don't like my face. And I said that here's my prediction. He's going to win the Oscar for Best Actor. And then he is going to be able to write his own ticket. He's going to be able to do whatever he wants. We're going to see new Mummy movies. He's going to be the new It Boy. And here we have it. We have a new Mummy movie coming back. But it's like Backyard Charts. Never seen a movie except for the one in the 20s. Mummy 2 is good. The CG on The Rock is like, but still good. I do like the Mummy 3. I did laugh a lot. I've never seen Treat Yourself. Treat Yourself 2025, Omari. Treat yourself. Rick will be a sad, old, depressed, alcoholic failure. His son's dead. He's divorced. He hates archaeology and just wants to die. Oh, well, they're gonna have him get like way back into shape. And that was another thing in my prediction, that they're gonna put him right back on that freaking Peloton. They're gonna have him kicking ass on the Peloton. They're gonna inject like amniotic fluid or stem cells into his face. They're gonna do the hair transplants and stuff, get him back to his top beautiful form. Dude, blast from the past. I hate romantic movies. Like, I hate them so much. I think that Marvel movies are more realistic to life than romantic movies. I might be bitter. Anyway, but Blast from the Past with him and Alicia Silverstone. Love it. It's fantastic. He's phenomenal. He's an amazing comedic actor in George of the Jungle, Encino Man. Seriously. My gift, my generation's gift to you is Brendan Fraser. We all knew he was Oscar worthy 30 years ago. Like, why it took the rest of the world so long to catch up, we don't know. Good morning, Real Talk. Good morning, Truth. What's up, homie? Doom Patrol. Dude. Doom Patrol. Him is a robot man. He's so good. He's so good. He is so good. Anywho, they'll probably put him on Manjaro. Oh, poor Brendan. I want to be on Manjaro. What the fuck? Real Talk. I cannot wait for this reunion. Nobody can. Nobody can. Except for my sister-in-law. But she's got a point. She has a point. So the point is what we were just talking about. And let me get my baggie back out. It's Hollywood. Come get your nostalgia, kiddies. We've got some sweet, sweet nostalgia right here. You know you want some. We've got Gremlins 3. I hit myself. It's fine. I had it coming. That's what we were just talking about. We're getting in shape, Brendan, okay? We're getting in shape, Brendan. It's happening. So we're getting Gremlins 3. Some ASMR. Clacking my nails. That's what I heard too. That's what I was just talking about. We're getting Gremlins 3. What are the other things that I was just missing? More Pirates of the Caribbean. And now we're getting another mummy movie. That's right. That's right. Because they recast Evie. I forgot about that. You're a real one, real talk. Thanks for reminding me. I'm glad you were here. I will not take any shade on Gremlins 2. Okay? I will not take any garbage. I will not take any shade on Gremlins 2. Okay. So they're hawking these member berries like crack. Like, you want this. You know you do. Fresh member berries. Come. You know you want it. And they eternally learn the wrong lessons from every failure they have had over the last several years. We want new stuff. Now, again, I'm for a new movie. I am all for. I'm for a mummy movie. I'm for Brendan Fraser getting his flowers. Period. He deserves them after the way Hollywood treated him for 20 years. All about it. Yeah, that explains everything about you. That was not okay. So what they think we want is the nostalgia, the member berries. They're like, that's what we're going to do. Let's just bring back everything they loved when they were children and just half-ass it, because the member berries will just carry us through. We don't have to like work too hard on it. It'll just carry us through. But it's not what we want. We don't want this same old stuff over and over and over again. We have our favorite movies on physical copy. We have these. We love them. Okay. We watch them. We revisit them all the time. We don't need you to keep dragging them back out of retirement, making 90-year-olds repeat their old roles. Like, we need new movies. We need fresh blood. We need fresh ideas. So I totally understand why my so-called Gen X life, pardon me, oh my goodness, I think it's time to eat something. My belly's like, no. I totally understand why Natalie is like, I'm not okay with this. I'm not okay with this. I want new stuff. I am so over all the rehashing, the reboots, the revivals, the sequels. It's just too much. Maria says, let's make Matrix 5, 6, and 7. I'm going to say no to that after what they did with the last one. That was like, okay, you've just ruined the Matrix for me. Like, oh, I'm going to light a match to this. That was absolutely awful. Films and fiction. Will The Rock be back? God bless him. I kind of hope he is. Jesus' goat. So hard to recreate the magic of the 80s and the 90s cinema. And I agree with you. And I believe it is impossible. And I've said this several times. And I'll use the same analogy I always do. And that is, you cannot recreate Beatles mania because it's already been done. It's already been done. And I can't even describe to you what Beatles mania was or what it was like because I wasn't there to experience it. My parents experienced it. I had New Kids on the Block mania. It's something different. But you can't make a new Beatles band and expect people to go nuts for them because Beatles mania has already been done. So you can't have this same It's like Benjamin Franklin said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, yet expecting different results. That's what this is. That is what this is. Expecting different results. We've already done it before. You cannot recreate it. It's been done. One and done. You only get one shot at that. You only get one shot at popping your cherry. That's it. Look, he says, real talk, this nostalgia stuff will keep working until it doesn't. When the audience say they're done, we'll know. Beatles was all payola. Maria, what about this Buffy reboot? You are okay with that? I honestly don't know. And it's not a reboot. Sarah Michelle Gellar has very specifically said that it is not a reboot. It's a continuation. We're continuing the story. And I can honestly say I wanted more of that story. I was a huge, huge, huge Buffy fan. I'm a huge Buffy fan. I'm a huge vampire fan. I'm a vampire writer. However, how things have gone every time we continue something that is beloved, every time we bring back sequel, whatever, it has not ended well. I'm always let down. The majority of viewers are disappointed and let down. And it's been so long. Like if I'm going to be very, very honest with you, I feel like if they were going to continue Buffy's story, then they should have worked on that about 15 years ago. I think that would have been the cutoff. 10, 15 years ago at the latest. And now it's like, I'm very curious. I want it to be really good. I want it to be good. It needs to be good. We deserve it to be very good. And Sarah Michelle Gellar has said she's had a lot of people over the years come to her and say, hey, I got this great idea for a Buffy thing. And she's like, not good enough. But then Chloe Zhao came up to her, Eternals Chloe Zhao, which I didn't mind Eternals, to be perfectly honest with you. Chloe Zhao came to her and she's like, hey, I've got this idea for a Buffy sequel. And Sarah Michelle Gellar said, sold. But SMG has seemed very Hollywood lately with her Instagram posts. So as all things, Maria, I wish I could give you yes, I feel 1,000% this way. Yes, I feel definitively this way. But with all things, I gotta see it. I gotta see it. But I do feel strongly that our biggest problem is we have a complete creative drought in Hollywood, and they feel unwilling, they feel willfully ignorant to it, like unwilling to search other wells for that creativity. So, am I watching the Talamasca? I've watched 3 episodes and I'm so far missed opportunity. Talamasca is something that has inspired many, many writers over the years, myself included. The Brotherhood in my books was definitely inspired by the Talamasca. The Watchers in both Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Highlander, both inspired by the Talamasca. And it's just Films and fiction, it's not just about the nostalgia, it's about updating these stories. And that's where they screw up every time. They want to update them, and we don't want them updated. We don't need them updated. You can't change history. You can't. But I kind of want to see it. I just hope, oh God. And we say this every time, and every time it doesn't go the way we hope. But I'm going to be insane. I'm going to be insane about it. and I'm going to say it again. I hope they don't get up. Hope they do a good job. Because these movies have a ridiculous fan base. A ridiculous fan base. And they could stand to make buku dinero. They could revive an industry with this movie. They honestly could. My eyes are crooked or my eyebrows are. Probably both. But as the lady said, we shall see. But that's all I got for you guys today. If you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about anything, leave it in the chat below. That's right. Leave it in the chat below. Because we are wrapping it up. If you would like to help support the channel, the easiest and freest way possible is by hitting that like button, subscribing if you're new, and ringing the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more of this nerdy nonsense. If you would like to help support the channel in other ways, dear God, please. Please and thank you. We are still doing the giveaway. We did drop a few hours while I was out. That was going to happen. So we're still just under 600 hours, like 565 hours away from full monetization so I can get ad revenue. Once we hit that magic number 4,000, I will be giving away 3 different games by Cards Against Humanity and a custom designed hoodie made by yours truly. So get those playlists going so we can get those watch hours up, and we will pull 4 names for those awesome giveaways. Oh, does Zenny do bifocals? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And my code is in the description below. It'll say Zenny. It saves you 10%. And next week, I think there's going to be like an early Black Friday code. So, thank you. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Backyard Totus, thank you with the welcome back. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. The super chats are so unbelievably helpful. You guys have no idea how helpful they are, because right now that's the only way I get paid. So thank you so much. Are they hypno glasses? They could be. I don't know. So that's one way. The super chats are definitely one way you can help me keep this channel going. Another way is by scanning that QR code right there. It takes you to buymeacoffee.com right there. And you can tip me as little or as much as you can. It should look like this, penny. It'll say https://Zenny. That's it right there. You can also, where's it at? If you scan that, and it might be up on my website too. Let me look. It should be. Comics and okay. Let's see. Wow. Why was I on hiatus until... Oh, that was because I went and got a leg. Weird. I don't see it. Okay. But it's right there. It's right there. And it should be in the description. That link is in the description below. So you just scroll until you see it. Okay. But you've got the Buy Me a Coffee at this QR code. Okay. It's a very secure website. I've used it for a few years. I've not had any problems with it. But if you prefer, there's also Cash App, $ DanielleSoncasie, that goes directly to yours truly. And there's also the original Nerdling Army over at patreon.com/comicsand. I'm sorry, I'm out of water. So the original Nerdling Army, like the Nerdling Army here on the channel, which you can join as a member for roughly the same tiers, the same price levels, but you get the same things for the most part. There's some different things over on the Patreon, but on the channel and the Patreon, you get early access to drops. If you have a request for a breakdown or a video, you go to the front of the line. The channel members get emojis, and you have your own special community tab on the channel where we have our own little chats and stuff and polls. And we have our own Throwback Thursday theater. On Thursdays, we watch Hercules, The Legendary Journeys, and we're going to do that for a few weeks. Then we're going to move on to like Farscape or something. So fun. And over on Patreon, you've got exclusive content, like things you don't get anywhere else. Similar to the channel members, like you guys got the script for my comic book, like Patreon did. Thank you, Penny. I desperately needed feedback. You're the first person to give me feedback. You're the first person to give me feedback, and you're the only person, honestly, the only person to have given me feedback, and I truly appreciate that. I'm so glad you enjoyed the script for book 1 of the comic book. You have no idea. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you liked it. If you join either the channel or the Patreon, you can read that. So thank you guys so much. You're the absolute best. And at Patreon, you are, oh, that's right. Today is Thursday. Patreon, you get exclusive merch that you can't get anywhere else. And it corresponds directly to your specific tier or rank in the Nerdling Army. So go check that out. And I have a merch store over at comicsandcosmetics.etsy.com. Hundreds of designs, all made by yours truly. So go check that out. I have a bunch of other things, all affiliates and stuff like that. It's all in the description below. And most of it is on my website, comics-and.com. But Penny, if you still have trouble, send me an email through the website and I'll send you the Zenny link there too. But you can use this QR code like that, you screen cap it, or here is the link again. And that is what you're looking for in the description below. https://Zenny. And it should be after the Amazon store, because I do have an Amazon store also. But this podcast is powered by the Red 5 Network. That's right. We are a collective of exclusively nerdy podcasters and content creators here to educate and entertain you. So if you like this podcast, chances are you're going to love more of what the Red 5 Network has to offer you. So check out red5.bio.link today for more of your Red 5 family. That's right. Maria says the Wonder Man videos were awesome. Well, thank you. I'm so glad. I love the Wonder Man breakdown. I just ripped my earring out again. I love the Wonder Man breakdown. And I remember when I sent it to Kino, like, hey, be nice to me about this one, because I did it a few years ago. And I know the camera angles are probably not great or whatever. And then when I went through the clips he sent, I was like, wait a minute, this is actually really good. So I'm glad you liked it too. I'm glad. I enjoyed it. Deranged Lunatic, you're doing anything tonight on Discord? Let's go ahead. Let's do Discord tonight. We'll watch Hercules tonight on the Discord channel. Okay, guys. So all the members, if you have not signed up as a member, as a Lieutenant Nerdling or higher, do so now so you can join us over on the Discord and watch Hercules: The Legendary Journeys tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So if you are in the Midwest, that's 5 p.m. If you are over on the Pacific Pacific coast, that is 3 p.m. So did I do that right? I think I did that right. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. for us, DL, 3 p.m. for California people. There. Got it? Good. All right, guys. You found it. Yay! So glad. All right, guys. I'm out. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful afternoon. And I'll see you on the flippy flap. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, keep your eyes peeled. Yeah? Because
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you!